there, welcome to the Teeny Tinkers channel. I make ball jointed doll and craft related content. It is finally time to announce the winner of the Soleil giveaway. I also wanted to say thank you again to everybody who participated, who has subscribed to the channel. It's been amazing. Thank you so much. I wish I had the doll to give all of you, although shipping all those dolls would be... But I am super excited to at least be giving this one away and to get started on this customization. This is the last time we will see her fully nude like this. Girl, you're gonna get some clothes. But before we do that, let's go ahead and watch the selection of the winner. Let's go. Hello, good morning. Excuse the location, and I'm going to the gym and it's early. But I'll set you up here in this very professional setting. I'm going to grab that. I'd already grabbed it, but you know, it's early. We're going to drop that in there. Don't need any of this. Let me do some basic math. And it's going to pull the comments. And it's just going to pull the initial comments. It's not pulling my replies. I'm not winning. You didn't have a better chance of winning if I commented on your reply or whatever, or replied to your comment. Oh, I'm so tired. Okay. But yeah, that's correct. I've already checked. Start raffle and pick winner. All right. Good luck to everybody. Soleil is one of my absolute holy grails. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Oh, this is Cafe, by the way. It's like cafe. I would love a pastel witchy aesthetic with whites and lilacs, lacy and flowy fabrics, whimsical and mysterious. Actually, this user has their subscribers, like their subscriptions active. We see a Sunva. There she is. Teeny Tinkers. I just realized that this user has made it so easy on me. Their about section has an Instagram handle. Like, oh my god, thank you. Alright, so our winner is Cat Faye. Thank you so much, Cat Faye, for entering the giveaway, for subscribing, and your really sweet words. I hope that the Soleil is just as much a comfort to you as my videos are, even more so, but I'm really excited to get started on this customization. But first, let's plan it. I'm still finding my flow with custom, fully themed doll concepts, but so far, I like to start with a draw over. Kat mentioned liking purples and white and whimsy. I'm thinking a dark purple eye with a bit of shimmer, and I know right away she needs a colorful face up with white brows. I've already decided she'll have a so pastel it's almost white wig, and white brows looks so good on the tan resin. I rough planned the outfit. I want something sort of casual and feminine. Modern witch meets spring fairy. The idea being she doesn't have to be a witch all the time. I'm thinking a skirt or a dress in purple with lace accents. Then a soft white capelet and a slouchy witch hat. Nothing too structured or pointy. This girl is all softness and sweetness. Some thigh-high stockings and purple shoes will complete the look. Okay, I'm happy with this concept. It's time to get to work. Starting with the wig. As a kid, maybe even now, I was the type of person who would eat the least favorite thing on the plate first, to get it over with. That's sort of the idea here, wig first. I deeply thought about purchasing base wigs to keep on hand, but ultimately I've decided to work on it. With practice comes improvement, so instead I've purchased fiber and synthetic wefts to keep around so I can keep practicing. My materials for the cap include plastic wrap, knit fabric, low-temp hot glue gun, and a plastic brush. I don't necessarily recommend using this video as a tutorial for wig making since I'm definitely still figuring it out. I don't have the patience for wig caps that take 3 days to make and to dry. I just don't. I tried liquid latex, which a friend uses, and it failed miserably. I don't know if I bought the wrong one or what, but I feel like it never dried and it was just too thin. So I use hot glue, which dries quick, stays flexible, and is easy to reshape with a blow dryer if needed. Once dry and cool, I pull off the elastics and trim the cap to fit the head.
There's a bunch of extra fabric and I need to cut this off and shape around the ears. So after the main chop, I place the cap back on the head and mark off where I need to cut. I found a use for the latex. I add a super thin layer to the inside of the cap to prevent it from sliding around too much. The knit I use this time is very smooth and no one wants their wig to slide off. This acrylic roving type yarn requires no intense brushing to start. Honestly, a lifesaver. Plus, the color looks super cute on Soleil. It's like a pastel, rosy lilac. I just love. Cap is dry. I put it back on Soleil's head. I placed the hairline back a little bit further than usual because I know I'm giving her bangs and I want them to fall over her forehead nicely. Since I didn't need to brush the yarn out, I decided to try weftless for the majority of this wig. This means gluing the hairs directly to the cap. This wasn't bad, but it definitely resulted in more flyaways that needed trimming, trickier styling, and I think next time I would just make the wefts first. I slowly build the hair up around the head. Once I get to the crown, I do make a couple wefts with the hot glue so I can create bangs and the hair parting. This looks like a hot mess right now, I can admit it, but it turns out okay in the end. I lay the center part and set everything aside to dry. 3 hours later, she is ready for a makeover. This is where I pull out the Wig Brush 2000, aka a cat brush, to remove any shedding hairs, ironically, and smooth it out. We're taking it above her shoulders into a cute blunt bob. I start with her bangs, giving them the classic twist and cut by the nose I've used for my own hair. I love the way it sticks straight out like a sun hat. Okay, no. I fluff it out and smooth the bangs down. Then I get the satisfying job of chopping off her hair. I think it looks pretty cute and I'm ready to move on to the next step. I'm so glad I'm done this wig because now I can make some clothing. I have a super soft white knit and flower decorations to use, but the main outfit is still under review. After considering fabrics, I decide against solid purple and lean into plaid. I end up using the flower decals to help choose the color, and ultimately the smaller pattern works better for doll scale anyway. Casual appearance by Luna. Soleil's wig is still drying, so I'm using Luna as my mannequin and pattern tester. I still haven't really gotten into using patterns for doll clothes and just sort of eyeball things to figure out how they're made. This works really well when I have a physical doll to help, but I imagine this would be really hard if I was trying to make something for a doll I don't have on hand. I prefer to cut the entire outfit and then sew the entire outfit. This way, I'm not constantly having to shuffle the sewing machine around. For the capelet and the hat, circles are the base. I make a fabric square and do the old paper snowflake trick from kindergarten to make the shape. I went double thick on the fabric for both the hat and the cape. This added some coziness, hides the seams, and makes the hat not a flat sack on her head. I stitch up the pieces for the hat and cape inside out first. Then flip them to the correct side and add top stitching and ties for the capelet. I'm so happy to finally have the hang of my sewing machine. In the beginning, I feel like I was jamming it constantly and making silly mistakes, but now it almost never jams. I've been sewing most of my own doll clothes, and it's been so exciting to make the exact items or ideas I want without struggling to source items that are close enough. But now, instead of fighting the urge to buy new doll clothes all the time, I fight the urge to buy cute fabrics. Alright, back to the outfit I'm making. Luna tries everything on as I go so I can modify the fit and place closures in the spot best for her body. The socks and dress both need a snug fit for the style I'm after, and sometimes that takes a few tries. I I also zigzag stitch the heck out of these edges on this plaid fabric, since it really wants to fray. Even after the zigzag is done, I fold it up into a proper hemline. I add a few pleats as I attach the skirt to the waistband and add some pink lace at the hem. I'll add the top to the dress later. This part is the top of the witch hat, essentially 4 triangles where I sew 2 of the sides together, flip the inside out, then I sew both open ends together and push 1 triangle inside the other. This way there's no seams inside the hat. That sounds way more confusing than it actually is, I promise. But what's not confusing is Doll of the Week. This week's doll comes from Katie's Dolls over on Instagram. Katie is a wonderful and sweet person, and she shared a few photos now of Sunny, her Wesley Yellow Hollow, as well as her work in progress Echo. I love seeing pictures of Katie's dolls. She has really cute styling for them, and I love the way that they look in her collection photos. Thank you so much for sharing, Katie. If you'd like to be considered for Doll of the Week, don't forget to post photos on Instagram of your Teeny Tinker sculpts using the hashtag Teeny Tinkers Dolls or hashtag Teeny Tinkers, or you can always just tag me. Okay, past Rosie, this is Editing Rosie, and coffee break's over. Time to put it down and get back to work. With all of these base pieces finally done, we are good to start the details. I did finish up the dress last night and added all the closures and the extra lace. I think it turned out really cute and it fits her like a glove. There's not an extra inch to spare. But what there is to spare is a million of these little flower decals, so we're going to go ahead and attach these now. After pulling out the right amount of flowers, I pull out some thin cord and make a braid for the base of the hat. I hand stitched each of these flowers on. As I'm sewing, I knot off after each flower, and then I pull the needle and thread between both layers of fabric and connect it to the next flower. This way you're not seeing thread zigzagging all around the inside. Once it's all pulled together, I love how cute this looks. Pink and blue is a winning combo, and it really complements the purple in the rest of her outfit. Nothing to see here, folks. Okay, so to be real, I tried to make some shoes. They turned out okay. They were my first real pair of shoes, but I wasn't happy enough with them to send them, so I'm gonna hold on to these for now. I sent some really cute purple Mary Janes I had instead. Here's where I start on the face up and eyes. I did the eyes off camera and they only took me a couple of minutes. They were made out of bases I already had, and I used Posca paint to paint the insides a solid dark purple. Once that was dry, I added some mica powder. I added in these beads I have that are black and they're like half spheres, and they make really great pupils. Then I finished it off with some clear resin. I think they turned out really cute. But now we're doing the face up, and it requires layers of blushing, same as I always do. I always start my faces off with undertones. I place yellow in the corners of the eyes, sometimes on the ridge of the nose, and then the blue goes kind of in the corner of the nose, on the insides of the ear, and just under the eyes. And the blush, of course, goes over the tip of the nose, over the cheeks, middle of the forehead, and under the chin. That's where I put my undertones pretty much every time for every face. After the undertone and blushing layers, I pop out the gouache paints. The look I have in mind for this Soleil is pretty bold in the eyeliner and in the eye creases. It combines white and black to not only show the eye creases, but also to highlight them. All of this is going to be on top of some really bright eyeshadow. I didn't want it to be too bright. The colors are bright, but I didn't make them too intense because I didn't want them to take away from her pastel look. After this, I seal and then do a couple more layers where I'm just building on the colors that are already there to make sure that they're pigmented enough to look really cute. I also really like the way her white eyebrows came out. Again, I love a good white eyebrow. I finish off her look with some really dramatic lashes, and she's all done. Let's check her out. So here she is, Soleil the Pastel Witch. I hope I captured the aesthetic and that she really likes this doll. I definitely put my own twist on it, bringing it back to more of a casual and modern look versus a traditional witch outfit, and I hope she's happy with the result. At the last minute, I also added a bracelet and a tiny resin kitten. I know I've said it before, but thank you again to everybody who joined the giveaway and to everybody who's watching this video now. Again, your support means the world to me. And if you're already subscribed, thanks so much for subscribing. And if you're new here, I hope you like the content and consider subscribing. As always, I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye!